Episode 81. So Nicole asks Andre to stop sleeping with her sister. And I think she's bold, because how about that's none of your business, ma'am? They are both consenting adults. So why are you getting all involved in grown folks' business? I don't get it. Next, Kat and Tomas are back at her and Chelsea's place. And Kat asks Tomas, is she making him nervous because he's barely looked at her since they left the restaurant? And maybe Tomas is scared because it's a lot of pressure knowing that it's Kat's first time. So she tells him she's so glad she waited for him. And he says that he's glad as well. And although he's telling her that, he's acting like he's not. So not quite sure what's going on with Tomas, but I'm thinking maybe Kat shouldn't have told him that she's never been intimate before, because maybe it's just a little too much for him. Next, Bill tells Martin that Ted gave racist Kenny a new face, and that's why Ted recognized him and no one else did. So Bill says Vernon wanted to erase that night, and Bill tells Martin he should be grateful they love him. And Martin tells him he can't believe his dad never told him. And I can. Maybe Ted just didn't want to even talk about it. Seems like Vernon went through a lot to try to quiet people and to basically erase the night in so many words. Next, Eva tells Ted he has to let Nicole know what's going on with him. And she tells him that if Nicole finds out he's still keeping secrets, he could lose her for good. And I don't know what's going on with Nicole. I think at this point, Ted could tell her every little secret he ever had. And I don't know if it really would matter, because she's being over the top and she got herself on some kind of impossible pedestal that no one can, I don't want to say penetrate, but that no one can even come close to. Next, Nicole asks Andre, why did he and Danny hide their relationship? And is it because they knew it was wrong? And Andre tells her basically they're grown and they can do what they want. Now, I tell you, Nicole got a lot of nerve telling grown people what to do. Nicole says that he knew Danny's emotional state and he used it. And I'm like, I don't agree with that, because how could he do that? She may have something there. I mean, I don't know about that. I want to say that Andre wouldn't do that. I don't think he would. So Andre tells Nicole Danny Dupree doesn't get preyed on, and she does what she wants to do. So Nicole throws Andre's reputation in his face and tells him that Danny should have been off limits. And let's back this up. Danny still made the decision to have an intimate relationship with Andre. So you can't just tell Andre she should have been off limits, because Danny made that decision as well. So Andre goes on to tell Nicole he doesn't want to see Danny hurt, and he's not in the driver's seat. Exactly. And he tells her that he and Danny will figure it out. And I've said that from the beginning. It's none of Nicole's business. She needs to find her own business and handle her own relationship instead of worried about other folks' stuff. Next, Bill tells Martin he doesn't get to know what happened at the Get Along Gang meeting. And he tells him that all he has to do is get Kenny to pick up his payment at Joey's casino. And then Bill gets a call from Ashley about Hayley having pains. And so Bill tells Martin to call him when he sees Kenny. And he says he wants to see him, but I guess it'll make more sense later on why Bill wants to see him. I just thought about that. Next, Tomas turns the table on Kat and tells her they should talk before they go further. And again, I don't know why he's pulling back. Maybe it's too much pressure. Maybe something else on his mind. Not sure. So Kat tells him she thought he wanted to make love, and he tells her he hopes she doesn't feel like he pressured her. And I think he's putting too much into it. He's thinking too much, and maybe that's the lawyer in him, where he's overthinking the situation. And then Kat tells him, don't worry, she won't get clingy. Nicole tells Ted he was never supposed to keep secrets from her. He tells her that he called her there to tell her about something he should have told her about a while ago. And she says that it's too late. She knows about Andre sleeping with Danny. And she says that's another betrayal. And again, like I said, this is Nicole just going over the top, because this is ridiculous. How the hell is it a betrayal that Ted didn't tell her about two grown folks hooking up? That don't even make sense. And who cares if it's Andre? Andre is not even her blood relative. That's Ted's blood relative. And he's not even acting like that. That's ridiculous. Next, Danny is at the hospital and she's all up in Bill's business, and Andre is trying to call her and she's ignoring his call. And see, that's the point right there why Andre was telling Nicole that he's not in the driver's seat, because Danny too busy worried about Bill and not worried about, like Andre told her some episodes ago, you're not worried about what's in front of you. You worried about somebody who have shown you time and time again that he don't give a damn. And just because he came over with the old sentimental, it meant a lot when you came when I was in the hospital crap, he told her that he's with Hayley and Hayley is his life. So when somebody tell you something, believe that. Next, Bill goes into the hospital room and Hayley's crying, and he asks her, can they do another ultrasound so he can see the baby? And she says they will email a pic of the ultrasound. And see, this is the part that I don't get with Bill. Okay, yeah, you're trying to show Hayley that you trust her, but I think he's putting a little bit too much trust in her, because he's a smart man, so he should know what she's telling him. Does it make sense? He's had 2 children before. It's been a long time, but still, that what she just told him, does it make sense? Why would they email a pic when they could just, if they just did it, wouldn't they have it on file? And that's a lie. See, this is why I just thought about it. When you get an ultrasound, they automatically print you out a pic. So where's the pic? She doesn't have a pic at all. Why? And if she doesn't have it, why doesn't the hospital have it on file? They have to record everything. So that right there doesn't even make sense. Why can't they do another ultrasound when Bill is present? Money is not an issue. All Bill would have to do is say, okay, bring the machine back in and can we do it again? Because every time you turn around, she keeps coming up with excuses. She's acting like this is the 1970s or something, where technology is not like where it's at today. Get the hell out of here. It's very easy to get this ultrasound so that the father can be present. And so now she's trying to insinuate to Bill that when she went to see Danny and they were arguing, that Danny caused her to start experiencing pains, which is some BS. She purposely went over to Danny's house so that she could pull this. And so she could go to the hospital and have Bill come and tell Bill that Danny caused her to have these pains and she's a threat to them and the baby. See, this is all psychological mind games, and that's why Bill, I don't know what Bill's gonna do when he find out that she's playing games. I don't care. I see it already. She is playing games. Next, Andre shows up to the hospital and asks Danny why she's there. And she says Hayley's in the hospital. And this is why Andre is looking at Ashley, because she keeps being all wrapped up in Bill and Hayley. That's the point right there. He just called Danny and she sat there and ignored his call, and now he knows that she purposely ignored his call because he's there at the hospital and she's all up in Bill and Hayley's business. Next, Nicole tells Ted that Andre and Danny in a relationship is disgusting. Ted tells her, why is she so judgmental? Because the rest of them are human and flawed. And I'm with Ted. Like, who the hell do you think you are to pass that kind of judgment on people? Like, this Nicole, she's getting on my nerves. Because I don't know what the hell is wrong with her. And this bougie ass mindset she has. So he reminds her she's not perfect. Exactly. And Ted tells her everybody is terrified of letting her down, and that she needs to come down off her pedestal, princess. And I hear you, Ted. She needed that reality check because this chick done lost her damn mind. Next, Kat asks Tomas what's going on. And I'm confused because a couple of episodes ago, Tomas was ready to unbutton Kat's shirt. And the only thing that I can think of is it evil on his mind, or is it too much pressure because she's a virgin? So Tomas apologizes and leaves. And I guess Kat waited too long. Next, Martin sees Kenny, and Kenny asks him if he has his money. Kenny tells him that they need to meet at a location that he just gave him in order to exchange the money. So Martin tells him that that's not going to work. Next, Danny gets humiliated by Bill in front of Andre, and he makes Danny feel like crap. And she did this to herself because he's sitting up there going off on her, talking about how Hayley and the baby is his future and that nothing's going to stop that, and that she is pitiful and sad and why she all in his business. And she brought all of that on herself, and now she's sitting up there looking humiliated, and Andre just looking at her like, I don't see why you didn't see that he was going to come at you like this. And then she's sitting up there looking like she want to cry. And that's what she get. That's exactly what you get. Because what is it going to take for her to leave that egotistical, arrogant ass Bill alone? Next, Martin tells Kenny the money is at the Lakeview Casino, and either meet him there or he gets no money. Next, Tomas is at the bar drinking, and why do I feel like Eva's going to show up? And yeah, she did. And so she asks him, is Kat around? And because she doesn't, well, she asks him, is Kat around? Because she doesn't want to talk to him. And Kat shows up and thinks that she's trying to talk to him and all of that. So she tells him that she thought that he and Kat had plans, and Tomas basically tells her good night. And so, all right, I thought maybe Eva was the reason why he left Kat, because Eva was on his mind, but I guess not, because he was sitting there at the bar drinking, looking at a picture of Kat on his phone. So maybe it's too much pressure. Maybe that's it. From the whole, trying to, it's too much pressure because he knows it's her first time. And I'm with Kat now. Maybe she shouldn't have told him. I wouldn't have. Next, Bill wheels Hayley out to the elevator, and Andre, and Hayley get in the elevator, and Danny says she'll take the stairs with her tail between her legs because she's looking like the fool that she is for sitting up there worried about this arrogant, narcissistic ass man who's treating you like crap. And even Andre is looking at her sideways. So yeah, take the stairs, fool. Next, Ashley asked the nurse who attended to Hayley where was Hayley's ultrasound. And the nurse said that Hayley declined. And bingo, just like that, Hayley lied. So it's true. Hayley's been lying about this pregnancy from the beginning. And Danny's right. She's lying, but it's none of Danny's business. But this chick is totally lying. So, I don't know. Hope she knows what she's doing. And that ends the episode.